Hey everyone. So today, I actually just got this keyboard. I had ordered it a while back actually, but and I used it, honestly, I used it for like one day. It's the Corsair. Um, I want to say it's the 65, maybe 65, but it might be like the I guess it will be on the box, but basically a little story time. I bought this keyboard during Corsair sale, and this is a special edition Call of Duty Black Ops 6 one. I actually got it because I wanted the in-game DLC, but I also just wanted a wireless keyboard. So this is one that I saw that had really good reviews. So I ended up getting it. And okay, so they did send me. It looks like a brand new one. So it was the K65. So this is the one that I bought. Uh, the K65 Plus. So that's inside the box is that, and then let's see. That's cool. So bought this keyboard just right off the bat in the box. I can already tell there's some, it's kind of bulging out there. It's kind of scary. It hasn't been opened yet. The one I sent back was a brand new one. Honestly, I opened it, plugged it up, updated it, and updating this keyboard. And from my understanding, it's not just this keyboard, it's any of the K65 plus wireless keyboards that Corsair had made. They had an issue that if you updated the firmware via the, I guess, the Corsair, what's their app? Is it on here? Is it anywhere on the box? Yeah, the iCue. If you updated it through iCue, the um the keyboard would no longer connect to the dongle, and so you would have to RMA it back, which was like, really? So I was kind of bummed out about that. I used it for one day, couldn't even use it wirelessly, and that's kind of what ended up happening with this keyboard. So after I got it, shipped it back out. Took about like a week, maybe 2 weeks to get this back, but I finally got it back in my hands. I didn't do a proper unboxing last time, so this will be kind of like a unboxing and kind of update on whether or not it works and kind of how it looks. But this is the keyboard again. So this is the Corsair K65 Plus wireless Call of Duty Black Ops 6 edition. So sides of the box, reverse side. And we'll go ahead and unbox it now. So there are two adhesive tape at the front of the box. Go ahead and open that up. Okay, awesome. So everything looks exactly the same pretty much. So yeah, so we got our keyboard or our USB-C to USB Type A cable. It's a pretty lengthy one as well. I'd say, let's see, because I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap this one just because I know that I'm gonna use this one for whenever I plug this in. So I'd say this is a good 6 feet cable. Yes. So this is, yes, that's about 3 feet halfway, 6 feet. So this is a good 6 feet cable, and I wonder if it actually says it in the thing. You have your uh, switch. So you actually have. Let me see which switches you have. So you have pre-lubed Corsair MLX red switches, which are linear or smooth and linear. So you got your switch removal and your actually key removal as well. So in the box, you have those things. Is there anything else in here? I don't think so. I just think it's those. Yeah. So it's just that. So Corsair branded key removal and switch removal tool. I always like these because it's kind of like a two-in-one rather than just having separate ones. You can kind of keep this around and it'll do both. So again, key removal here and then switch removal here. So that's nice. And then the keyboard itself, the keyboard itself, you can see the plastic that's covering the keyboard. And we'll go ahead and take the keyboard out. So we do have the warranty guide. It did have like a Corsair sticker last time. I guess it doesn't have one this time around. Okay, yep. So you have your warranty guide, your safety and compliance information as well. Put this off to the side. And it looks to be like that's pretty much it. That's in the box. Yeah, so that is everything that's in the box. I wonder if it actually says the contents in there. Okay, yeah, so it does have what's in the box here. So inside of the box you have your key removal and your keycap and your switch removal tool, your cable, USB A to USB Type C, the keyboard itself, USB dongle, USB Type A dongle, and the information, which is the safety and compliance information and warranty guide. So that is everything that comes in the box. And we'll go ahead and take a look at it too. So here is the keyboard itself. Uh, I like the standard one, but I got the Call of Duty Black Ops 6th edition because I've been really enjoying Black Ops 6. I've been playing it a lot. Um, I have the serial number of the old one, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably compare it. But just looking at the keyboard itself, so you have this key here is unique compared to, you would think that this is the same kind of orange, but this is actually like a shiny orange. Like I'd say this is a glossy. Let's see if I can my camera. Yeah, so this is a glossy orange for your escape button, and then this is a matte finish for the enter button. So and you can kind of see the difference in sheen. Um, you have your volume knob here, and I think this is like a, if I'm not mistaken, so this is a media control, right? So play, pushing it in, play, adjusting volume. Your number or your F1 through 12 keys up here with function, using the FN function button here between the Alt and Control. So this is also your media keys up here. I actually don't know what these are. It says I'm wondering if this is, if you decide to not use iCue software, I bet you anything 1 through 0 using function, this will adjust the lighting effects. I'll be able to tell more once I actually start using it again. Again, I've only used this for like maybe a couple hours in terms of the wireless capabilities, just because I immediately updated it, and that's kind of what I do a lot of the times. I'll immediately update um, my hardware. So nice and soft, kind of tactile feel, but very very silent. Let me see if I can pop these out. So it does have feet at the bottom for raising the keyboard itself, so that's level 1, and then you can kind of have it a little bit lower, level 2, and then that's just being raised by that amount versus that amount, and then flat, which flat still has a slight kind of angle. So, and let me go ahead and get close to the keyboard to kind of show you guys what that sounds like. So that's the keyboard itself. The USB dongle is actually at the back of the keyboard itself, right here. Fairly, I would say it's difficult for me to get out. I honestly wish it was like you can push and it would come out, but this is kind of like you have to kind of get your, for me at least, get your nail underneath there, and then it kind of comes out like that. Not the way I would have liked it, but it's what it is. Windows and Mac switch depending on which device you're using. And I do believe that changes the option button. So obviously when you're on a Mac, control, option, and command are going to be what these three buttons are. And then when you switch over to Windows, it's going to be your standard control, Windows key, and Alt. Outside of that, and these might actually be Mac specific controls too. There might be a lot of Mac specific controls that I'm unaware of. One thing I did notice that I actually didn't realize last time I was using this is, so it looks like you can connect up to 3 separate Bluetooth devices and use this keyboard. So that's actually a really cool feature. I didn't know that last time I was trying this out. But that's the front of it. The F5 through F8, as well as I'd say the delete, backspace, shift. Some of these keys here on the right side, I guess they're your additional keys separate from like the standard QWERTY. These are a lighter gray, with the main keys being a darker gray, almost kind of black. This left side, you kind of have this nice map. I think this is probably a map of one of the areas in the game. You have the Black Ops 6 logo kind of imprinted on the bottom left, and then the truth lies big on the space bar. I like the color scheme. The orange is nice. The orange keys, I guess the text on these orange keys is to signify Black Ops 6, which I thought was pretty neat too. I was a bit kind of confused because when I first saw it, I was hoping that, knowing that it's a first person shooter, and knowing that it's like a game that is kind of competitive, I was hoping that WASD would have had those orange lettering, or at least maybe a differentiating it between the other keys, just because that's something that I'm used to. But it's fine. It doesn't really bother me. You don't really notice it when you're playing anyways. So okay, so on the back side, obviously the dongle, the Windows Mac switch. You have your USB Type C for plugging it in, as well as charging it, and then you have your wireless 2.4 gigahertz switch here, power, and Bluetooth. So on the I actually just turned it on. So on the left side here, so this activates the actual backlit keyboard. So I may be wrong about these up here. So I know that this button kind of activates the backlit keyboard. That's something that I've used when I first had it and I was using Bluetooth, and I want to kind of switch between the color of the lighting. Front of the keyboard, nothing, hard plastic. Same with the right side. On the bottom of the keyboard, you do have this kind of nice texture with the Corsair logo in the center, and then you do have the adjustable feet in 2 separate positions. And then you have just kind of the sticker with your product number and serial number of the keyboard itself. Nothing too special. I actually got this one because I currently use a 65% keyboard. This is one I believe is 75%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 75% RGB mechanical keyboard. I currently use a 65% or even a 60. I think it's 65. But the one thing that I was playing Call of Duty, and a buddy of mine, we were trying to extract, and I didn't have the function buttons, the F buttons, F keys. So I'm sitting there like, oh no, I can't extract. So I had to rebind it because I didn't have these. So I wanted something that actually had, the F buttons up top, but still kind of had that same profile of a keyboard that I'm used to. But I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna use this version and kind of give you guys feedback after I've used it for probably a couple weeks, or even a month. But I think I'm gonna really like this one. I like the way it feels and I like the way it sounds. So. But thanks everyone. That's my unboxing of the Corsair K65 Plus wireless and first impressions of it as well, and kind of my feedback on the initial purchase and use of the first one that I got, and kind of the struggles I went through initially. But I hope you guys like it. See you on the next one.